I am freely going to admit I don't get it. Okay? There's a lot to talk about here, a lot to decompress, and we're just going to hit on a couple points. So let's go up to the headline. Bored Ape NFT sells for 3K instead of 300K because of a typo. I've seen pictures of these before. I have no idea what they are. But I do know that there's a lot of this kind of stuff being created as NFTs, either by hand. Artists like Doug TenNapel are creating NFTs by hand. They're making the art, then they're selling it. His is based on like the Clayman characters from the Neverhood game, and he's having fun doing it, and people like buying it, which is all well and good. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I have no idea where these come from. I don't really see the appeal of it. And apparently these things sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Ethereum. So the seller, who is named Max, apparently accidentally listed this for only $3,000 instead of $300,000, and somebody bought it and immediately relisted it. Somewhere down below in this article, they like lament, "Oh man, if only this was like a regulated market, then you could do a chargeback and he could get his stuff back." Yeah, maybe. That's not guaranteed. People rip each other off with cash, with credit cards, and with checks all the time. And there's only so much that any kind of regulatory body can do about that. So yeah, NFTs, if you don't know, they're non-fungible tokens. They're basically just here's a link and here's a transaction that proves you own it. Basically, it's like having a receipt. So you buy the receipt, and then there's a link to whatever server is hosting one of these things, and you now own that for whatever that means. There's a lot of NFT stuff going around. Some of it's cooler than others. I don't think this is particularly cool, but like the Top Shot online electronic card thing with like little video clips of NBA players like actually performing and stuff. For what it's worth, that was kind of cool, but I'm not really sure why that needs to be high price collectible stuff because some of those moments, is what they call them, sell for tens of thousands of dollars, and that seems ludicrous to me. Yeah, I don't know. At some level, some of this stuff feels kind of like the high art world, which if you've never seen, I'm sure you've seen like a news article about a Banksy painting that will shred itself at a random time, and then that's sold for like $30 million or something to somebody. A lot of that kind of stuff is just straight up a scam. It's used to move money around, basically to launder money from take bad money, make it into good money, or to move money around in a way that looks semi-legitimate but isn't. That's kind of how the fancy art world works, and I can't help but feel like a lot of that stuff is the same thing that's driving a lot of these NFT purchases. They don't really care what the item is. Some people probably do, but a lot of it, I bet they don't really care what the item is. They just want to take money and move it around in a particular way. Now, of course, with Ethereum, which is the blockchain that this particular NFT is built on, and a lot of other NFTs as well for that matter, every transaction you do actually costs you money, which I find kind of ridiculous because the money just kind of vanishes. They call it like gas, and it seems really silly to me. It's like if I go post on some other blockchain and I do transactions over there, like say the Steam or the Hive blockchain, that doesn't really cost me anything. The Blurt blockchain costs you like a token amount. It's less than a penny worth of gas, and I think it's kind of intended to only ever cost that much. Charging people actual amounts of money to purchase something to do a transaction seems kind of silly. But that's just how NFTs are. Uh, there's a lot of different ways they're being done. A lot of people are exploring different things. And I think kind of the right thing to do is to let people explore different ways of doing business until we find the best one or a really good one at least. So I don't think we have to go all the way to perfection. We can settle for really good. And then maybe we should strive to make the market more gooder, for lack of a better way to say that. I still don't see how owning this picture is worth $300,000. But who am I to judge? Somebody out there thinks it is. And as one of the ancients said, everything is worth exactly the price its purchaser will pay for it. You all have a great one. Bye bye.